That's a minute and a half. The presidential election takes 2 years. Can't we switch that around a little bit? Well, I finally resigned myself to the fact that no one else is stepping forward in the election. It's Bush and Dukakis. Talk about revenge of the nerds. These guys are not breaking the needle on the charisma meter. I can just see the debates. I believe it's the vice president's turn to wake the moderator. You know what annoys me about them? They all want it so bad. Whenever I would watch the TV on the primary trail, they'd always be there every day in front of a factory, 8 in the morning, shaking hands with the workers coming in. I mean, give the workers a break. There's some poor guy coming in 8 a.m. He's thinking about a donut. You know, and there's Mike Dukakis telling you can make your life better. Oh, really, Mike? Can you make my wife lose 100 pounds? Well, I'm sure Reagan is glad to get rid of that job with all the problems he's had in the last couple of years. They say he's, you know, nerves, everything. They say, you know, recently he's had a number of sleepless afternoons. Which is funny, because, you know, his thing was always that he was so indestructible. I mean, he was an inspiration to people because, you know, nothing would bring this guy down. He was almost like one of those monsters in a horror movie. You know, you know, he got shot, he got cancer, there was an axe in his head. Reagan 2, Reagan 3, Reagan 4, Reagan... It's like Jason goes to the White House with this guy, you know? God, in Russia, the guy gets a cold, he's dead in a week. That's why Bush wants it so bad, because he's been tasting it for 8 years. I mean, he thought when he first got vice president, he was thinking, hey, what is he, 90? Okay. I'll be in there in a week, come on. Well, not so easy. And he probably, like, went around the White House trying to scare him. Boo! Well, I hope whoever does get in there puts a little more teeth in our threats. Not that I want us to make threats, but when we do, we should follow up. Like this latest thing in Panama with Noriega. Boy, we showed him, huh? We told him, we said, get out! Whatever's good for you. You know, just... Did you hear they might have to close the Panama Canal? Boy, I would hate to be the first ship to... You gotta go around! Let me give you directions. Go past Argentina. You're gonna want to make a left. Don't. You know what the toll is in the Panama Canal? It's $125,000. I would hate to get in the wrong lane. I thought I had quarters. You know, the way we deal with leaders, like, you know, our military. You know, gee, you know, we tried to kill Gaddafi. We bombed Libya. Tried to kill him. He's the president of the country. Lives in a tent. We couldn't kill him. How tough is it to get a bomb in it? That was a double net thing, sir. That was very, you know. We had a ship attacked in the Gulf last year. Never got a shot off. And the best part, you know how we spotted the missile coming at us on the ship? A lookout. What are we, in Columbus's day now? I mean, $1 billion defense budget. There's a guy in the crow's nest up there. Hey, laddie! It's an exocet coming right at us. Radar, sonar. No, the guy has a parrot up there. I don't know why we mess with these countries like Iran. I never see good news in I never see Iran finds cure, you know, seeks peace. Do you hear the latest? Iran has now threatened to cut off their supply of obnoxious convenience store managers to this country.
There's an exorcist coming right at us.
Something like that.
Very funny, very funny.
Yeah, I kind of sounded like you, though, didn't I?
A little bit,
Yeah, well.
Let me ask you something. Now, I see last year you did Sarah in the TV show Hard Knocks, and I see they're running promos
for those again this year.
Oh, yeah, they both brought them back, I guess, because of the strike or something. And the promos are funny because, you know, they always gear it toward what your job is. You know? And Sarah was a lawyer, so it's, and he'll be prosecuting for laughs. You know, that you're subpoenaed for a good time. And
the jury is still out on the ratings.
Yeah, right. Which, no, that came in on the ratings. The worst one was the promo a couple of years ago. NBC had those great catchphrase promos, and they were running the mini-series, Jesus of Nazareth, which is a beautiful movie, but it was kind of tacky. You know, the week before they'd show scenes from the movie, and they'd have the actor playing Jesus go, "Be there!"
Let me ask you something. Now, did you know they were bringing Sarah back on the team?
No. In fact, I never knew when it was going off. Well, the networks are cruel, as we all know, but they you know, announced the schedule in May, and they have a big breakfast, but nobody knows what's going to be on there. So they flew me out to represent the show to New York, stay at the Waldorf, first-class ticket, and get up the next morning and go to the breakfast. I get a call about 10 minutes before, "Don't go to the breakfast." You know, they didn't show me the dough. You know, it was like a gangster. "Be very unhealthy for you to eat eggs this morning, Mr. Maher. Order in, get a bagel," you know. And then, of course, it was Coach going back. You know, the ticket turned, like, you know.
Now this is a TV movie at this out of time, right?
TV movie.
Now, what do you like better? Do you like? I know you've done movie movies.
Yeah.
Now, do you find a big? I mean, like when you do movies, obviously the language and you can be a bit freer. I mean, is it?
Well,
do you find it real restrictive doing a TV?
Well, I mean, every art form has different censorship. I remember I was watching the movie Sweet Bird of Youth. Did you ever see that?
Oh, Paul Newman.
Yeah, right, and it's a Tennessee Williams play, a very searing drama. Now, in the play, you know, he's a rogue and he winds up fooling around with the wrong woman, so the rednecks castrate him, which, you know, is
that happened in the book, right?
Rough way to go, but you know, in the movie, because of the censorship, they broke his nose. Now, Steve, if you had to make a choice. In the TV version, they're just going to give him a bad haircut. You know, just... you know...
We'll be right back after this message. A bad haircut.
Everybody.